This presentation will critically aim to present my views on whether it is possible or desirable to improve organizational performance using HRM strategies by exploring some of the key issues and key reasons surrounding its influence on improving an organization's performance. Therefore, it is important to identify how organizational performance can be defined. Generally, organizational performance can be defined as the ability an organization has to achieve its objectives. Objectives such as attaining high profits, producing quality products, and gaining large market shares are key factors used to determine how well an organization is performing in terms of profits, market share, and product quality in comparison to rival organizations in the industry. Organizational performance takes a more holistic approach towards sustaining organizational performance at a business level, but however can be closely linked with organizational development, which looks at improving performance at the individual, group, and organizational level. Organizational development is a systematic process of implementing effective organizational change. It is about improving an organization's ability to effectively respond to changes in its external environment, and it's also about increasing its internal capabilities and by ensuring that the organizational structure, human resource systems, job design, communication systems, and leadership managerial processes fully harness human motivation and help to function to their full potential. It is about improving an organization's ability to effectively respond to changes in its external environment, and it is also about increasing its internal capabilities by ensuring that the organization's structure, human resource systems, job designs, communication systems, and leadership processes fully harness human motivation and help people to function to their full potential. Therefore, organizational performance can be considered as a reflection of the productivity of members in the organization or system, which is important to identify in the context of this argument. Next, it is important to assess why there is a need for organizational development or change. The business environment can be a very volatile place, facing increased amounts of competition from new and old organizations. And consequently, business leaders constantly have to battle to compete on price, quality, and standards of goods or services with its international and national competitors. Therefore, researchers argue that there are many reasons that provide a need for organizational development. Firstly, the fundamental goal of performance management is to promote and improve employee effectiveness. Organizational development is deliberately planned in order to achieve business efficiency and effectiveness. Secondly, when a company is involved in organizational development, it analyzes its work processes for efficiency and accuracy. Moreover, in addition, it allows managers and employees to work together to plan, monitor, and review employees' work objectives or goals and his or her overall contribution to the organization. Without organizational development as part of change management, a company would have a difficult time developing effective change programs. Therefore, organizational development helps to promote organizational readiness to meet change. It is then important to note that achieving organizational performance is then an ongoing process of development and innovation that keeps evolving as long as each individual counterpart of the business, such as managers and employees, participate in the company's expansion. However, the question of what determines the level of performance achieved by an organization still lacks a definitive answer, mainly because there are a vast number of influences on performance that work simultaneously, internally and externally within a business. Therefore, it can be ultimately argued that business leaders desire organizational performance because it is important for an organization to establish a performance measurement system for performance evaluation, which is used to assess the level of achievement and develop strategic plans. The next point in this argument is whether it is actually possible to improve organizational performance using a HR strategy. Byers and Roux defined HRM as a system of activities and strategies that focuses on successfully managing employees at all levels of the organization to achieve organizational goals. Therefore, HRM strategies aimed to aid the organization by achieving success through people. Purcell and Boxall argued that HRM strategies allowed organizations to shape intangible assets such as culture, skills and motivation, and social interactions between people, terms, and business units, which are increasingly seen as sources of strength in those firms which can combine people and processes together, which explains why HR strategies may become desirable for employers. Moreover, Boxall and Purcell further argued that the level of individual performance is a function based on the skill, motivation, and opportunity of the employee. They conclude that people perform best when they are able to do so, for example, possessing the necessary skills. Secondly, they are motivated to do so, so they have adequate incentives, for example, pay or rewards. And thirdly, their work environment provides necessary support and avenues for expression. For example, fully functioning technology, i.e. Personal computers, and having the opportunity to be heard when problems arise. The above developments in the field of HRM highlights how the assumption that employees are the human resources of a business and therefore are considered to be the most valuable asset of any business. Subsequently, there has been an emergence of the formulation of HR strategies that can improve these processes, which we look at next. The HR strategy that I have chosen to focus on is reward management. Reward management is one of the most widely used strategies in most organizations. Many employees welcome the recognition that they receive from a monetary form of reward, and employers who implement employee reward programs usually do so as an expression of appreciation. Many employees welcome the recognition that they receive in the form of monetary rewards, and employers who implement employee reward programs usually do so as an expression of appreciation for their most valuable resources. It can be linked with organizational performance because it is based on the concept of work-related pay. This meant that the more efficient staff worked, the more reward or bonuses that they would receive. Kessler argued that financial reward schemes encouraged staff to work more efficiently, which had a positive relation with organizational performance. Moreover, Collins argued that reward systems are important for attracting and retaining employees, which is imperative for keeping workers motivated and keeping staff turnover down. Reward management therefore enables firms to increase the level of individual performance based on motivation and efficiency, which contributes to the achievement of organizational development. However, just like most things, HR strategies are subject to limitations, and in this case, employee reward programs comes with disadvantages as well. One of the biggest disadvantages to having an employee reward program is how employees perceived certain rewards. Many people expressed outrage about corporate greed when executives received £1 million bonuses, which may create staff conflict. Secondly, employees who are disengaged or have low morale are more likely to choose satisfying working relationships and challenging work assignments over monetary rewards. Therefore, the relationship between management and employees still remains important in the success of organizational development. Furthermore, it becomes important to assess the link between HRM and organizational performance. There are many visible links between HRM and organizational performance. The contingency perspective emphasized that the fit between business strategy and HR practices implies that business strategies are followed by HRM policies in determining business performance. This and other further developments, such as universalistic perspective in the field of HRM, highlights the contribution it can make towards business success, and an emphasis on HRM becomes an integral part of the business strategy. However, this may be undesired by employees because it sets more boundaries, which may be undesirable for staff, taking into consideration that there might be unfamiliarity with their job role. Thanks for watching.